Hello everyone, this is Tracy from Inspired Chi, and I am bringing you your May messages. So I'm recording this on April 30th, and technically it's not May, but energetically this is important to know. There is a new moon solar eclipse in Taurus. So happy birthday to all my Tauruses, first of all. Nice earthy energy coming in there. It's not just a bit fixed and stubborn at times. That might come up during Mercury Retrograde, which is my next point. So we are going to go retrograde May 10th until June 2nd. And I know everybody freaks out during that time. But I don't want to blame everything that's happening in May on a retrograde because we actually have 2 eclipses this month. So it is meant to be a catalyst of change. So if you have been wanting a change and trying to manifest it, this is going to be a really lucky month for you. So, keep your thoughts positive. The universe likes action. Start showing the universe your intentions and see what help you can get from your guides and what kind of synchronicities. As far as the Mercury retrograde goes, a lot of times things come back into your life that weren't finished before. And it's a great time to heal old wounds before moving on and to continue any shadow work that maybe you started and thought you were finished, and then you found yourself having to relearn lessons or having people come back into your life and situations come back in your life that you thought you were completely done with. So it will be a good time for healing there. I like that the solar eclipse happening today is on a new moon because it gives it such a burst of positive energy and it really packs a punch for positive change. So as we move into the middle of the month, we're going to start to see things shift and get a little bit deeper because on May 16th, we have a lunar eclipse in Scorpio. And Scorpios are very psychic energies to begin with, okay? And then we put a full moon into that, add the eclipse, and it's going to be really important that you're tuned into your intuition. And then you're not confusing it with any anxiety from these other energies happening, like the eclipses and the moons and the Mercury retrograde. So if you find yourself being completely frazzled and trying to make decisions, that would be your first hint from your body to go within, do something for yourself to bring yourself into a more meditative state. And when I say that, I don't necessarily mean sitting quietly in a room listening to the music I have in the background. I'm talking about whatever that means to you. If that's going to get a pedicure, if that's cleaning your room, if that's going for a jog at Tyler State Park or wherever is close to you to do that sort of thing. Whatever is going to put you into a zone and calm your energy so that when you go to reflect from within, you know that you're being guided by your guides and intuition and not making decisions and, that are fear-based and based on anxiety. Because like I said, there is a lot of mixed energies this month and they're all going to work in different ways for different people. If you are the type of person that's really stubborn and don't want change in your life, it might just come up and kick you in the butt and surprise you. So we will see what your cards say as well as that. But just be on alert for that and understand that sometimes any energy that's stagnant isn't doing you any favors, okay? You're going to continue to learn the same lessons and you're going to get to a point where you're not happy in your life and you're feeling resentful. So do your best to welcome the changes that come this month and understand that it's going to be putting you into a better position for as we move towards the summer solstice, which reminds me, so tomorrow is May 1st, and that is Beltane. I believe I'm saying that correctly. If not, please do correct me in the comments. And it is the middle point between the spring equinox and the summer solstice. So we are halfway there. So align yourself with your goals. If you have some fitness goals or, vacation goals or whatever it is that you want to get ready for this summer, this is a great month to start those manifestations, okay? And to really go within and see what's serving you and what's not serving you. Because there's going to be a beautiful energy coming in to help you move things along at a greater pace, okay? So if you're an extremely impatient person like I am, this will be a great month for you to shift everything, okay? Some of you may look back on this month and know that this was a big game changer as far as what you're trying to manifest. If some of you are going for new jobs, new relationships, that sort of thing. So if you are new to my channel, welcome. Happy to have you here. What you're going to do is you're going to choose one of these 3 piles here, 1, 2, or 3. wherever you feel connected, that will be the tarot deck that I'm using in your cards, as well as the chakra oracle deck. We're going to pull some energies from that. The mystical shaman oracle deck, and I'm actually going to read from the book on that one because they have such great messages, and I feel like it's important with all these energies. And yes, twice in a row I'm using this deck because it's beautiful and I love it, and I'm just really meshing with it, and I feel like these two energies are really good together. So if you are returning, you know what to do, and thank you for your continued support. I love being able to reach out to you guys and, you know, completely nerd out on all these astrological energies and different things like that to people that can appreciate them and apply them to their life and their manifestation and their soul growth. So thank you for that. And if you want to book a personal reading, head over to www.inspiredchiradio.com, send me an email, and we will get something on the schedule. Okay, ones. So there is a lot to unpack even just starting in your reading. You have a lot of really great aspects, a lot of energies coming in for you that will be helpful. A ton of masculine energy in your reading. It doesn't necessarily have to be associated with a man itself. We're just talking about a very action-based, logical thinker. And I mean no offense to women and feminine when I say that the masculine energy is more of the logical thinking, because we both have feminine energy and masculine energy within us. The feminine energy has a lot more to do with your intuitive and nurturing side, right? And your intuition, that sort of thing, where the masculine energy is kind of shut off to that and just kind of moving forward fearlessly without kind of worrying about anybody else's feelings, which is a whole other video. So in the beginning of the intro that I did for all of the cards, I talked a little bit about Mercury Retrograde coming in to heal during that time, and a good time to look at some shadow work. And I feel like you're the first ones to volunteer here as to what that shadow work might be and what might be standing in your way. So what is shadow work and why should we do it, right? So shadow work is looking to the past for patterns and belief systems and behaviors that no longer serve us. And sometimes we don't even realize it because they become very comfortable to us. You know, my closest companion for many, many years was Marlboro Lights cigarettes, okay? And it was a habit, yes, but it was also a ritual. And it was also something that I could connect with to stop. I would say take a couple of deep breaths, but I actually wasn't breathing anything good, right? But either way, it was a comfortable and soothing thing for me. Was it healthy? No. So it's the same thing with Mercury retrograde, okay? You may have behaviors, and it may be because of your childhood or things that happened to you as you moved along in this life and other lives. And I'm not blaming you for that at all. However, you're here to fix that, right? And change those karmic cycles so that you can live a blessed life, and that you can, if you come back again, you don't have to relive the same trauma over and over again or pass it on to your children or to your coworkers or any of those things. So you're starting out with the Sorcerer from the Mystical Shaman Oracle, okay? And this is more of a darker energy. So I'm going to get very much into that. Like I said, I am going to read the book for that because it kind of has a remedy. So I want to save that for last here. But you're coming in with this immediately. One of the other energies that you're coming for is the energy of rejection, okay? So when that comes about, a lot of times there is an element of perfectionism here, okay? If you look at him, he's an artist, and he's concerned that no one will like his paintings, that he's not good enough. And then there's all these other voices around him, which are just negative thought patterns and fear-based energies in his mind. Some of them could be his fears in itself, like what if I'm not good enough? Some of it could be just the fear of honest feedback, which is hard for some of us to accept constructive criticism. And some of it could be voices that have been in his life for a long time. He could have had a really crappy ex-wife. He could have had a really mean father. You don't know, right? So all of these things develop into negative headspaces and negative energies, and we doubt ourselves, and that we don't put out what is our natural talents and abilities and purposes on this earth, okay? So one of the first things coming through is there's an ego here. We all have it. It's not specific to ones. But there's an ego death that needs to happen, because this fear of rejection and of your natural talents. Is it good enough? Can I get the job? Will I do this? What will people think? These are old things, and you might find them creeping up this month. So just be really aware of that and be trusting on your journey. And remember, sometimes done is better than perfect. You can go back and tweak something a million times. But I was just having this conversation with my daughter about the things that we can change about ourselves and the things that we can improve upon and the things that we don't need to change. And Jennifer Gray just came out with a book about how the nose job that she got after Dirty Dancing just ruined her career. Okay? And it's a shame that happened. It's a shame that she felt the need to change herself. But if that was her path and that's what she felt she needed to do, okay. But it kind of backfired because the originality of herself and who she was and, all of that, the person that she's casting, because not everybody is perfect on television and in movies. And the people that see those things don't always want perfection, right? We want something that's based in a reality that we can identify with. So that's where that vulnerability piece comes in. So don't be afraid to share, hey, I started this painting and I'm not really sure. Like, what do you think? Do you think I should use more colors? This is the way that I'm feeling about it. Maybe a trusted friend or someone who would give you honest feedback will help you practice not feeling rejected by others and being able to, connect to your own confidence in your abilities. Okay. We also have abundance, which is a great thing here because this is an energy obviously coming from the solar plexus with those beautiful yellows, but this particular picture is there's a dad and child and they're broke and they're in this house, and as they're gathering change, it goes into the floorboards, and then they look and they find this great treasure that was already in their home that they already knew about. So I feel like this kind of goes hand in hand. This could be in an unpublished book that you have. This could be, again, a painting. I'm using that example because of the card itself, but take it as it resonates for you and your talents. Something that you're not putting out there because you feel it's not good enough, or struggling monetarily when you have the ability to change that situation, but you just don't have the confidence. Okay. Actually, I'm not going to wait till the end of the reading to read this from the book because, sorry, just take this sweatshirt off. Because I feel like it'll directly relate before we get into your tarot. Okay. So let's do that. So the Sorcerer, the essence. This is the source of dark power. The Sorcerer represents the destructive aspect of the human psyche and the self-centered behavior that harms others. It symbolizes the unconscious beliefs and ideas that foster separation, conflict, and scarcity. The invitation. When the Sorcerer enters your circle, you're being called to look at how your beliefs around scarcity, and self-centered fear manifest in your world. Examine the destructive part of your psyche that misuses power or harbors feelings of resentment, lust, greed, bigotry, or hatred. Perhaps you've harmed someone because of these dark tendencies. If so, all is not lost. You've only forgotten that all beings are interconnected and the universe is abundant. The Sorcerer arrives to challenge you to change your thinking. You're given a second chance. Correct your course and practice not blaming others for the darkness that lives inside you. Make peace with it and choose another way. And then the medicine. That's why I like these cards. This was a gift from AJ. Thank you, AJ. But it gives you a little bit more insight into it. So, have you been feeling out of sorts because you've been faced with your own character flaws and the pain that you inflict on others when you are out of alignment? Radical self-acceptance is called for now. You must reconcile these darker aspects of your nature so that you don't behave irresponsibly and cause more harm to yourself and the ones you love. It's time to come out of denial and accept responsibility for your words and deeds. When you meet the energy of the Sorcerer with humility, this destructive power transforms into grace, which you can use in service to the highest good. Perhaps it's time to make amends. Do it. It will set you free from the shadows and let you step into the light. One of the most important things you can ever do for yourself is to be honest about what's happening, even if you felt like it has gotten out of control. And to be able to try and break that cycle. And there's going to be times where there's backsliding. Mercury is good for that too. I've been on a diet, I've been really good, and all of a sudden Mercury Retrograde comes and all I want is potato chips, right? That sort of thing on a bigger scale, of course. So you're getting this energy, because this also is the medicine, the energy of gratitude that we're getting from the Mary Magdalene deck. And this is just being grateful. And look at that beautiful, so much solar plexus energy. So I feel like once you move this block of negative energy and fear, you're just going to be unstoppable in May. You're going to have a lot of confidence. You're going to have a lot of motivation. Your gut instincts are going to be on point. But before that, you just need to align, okay? And if it has come, like if you've passed this negative speak onto someone, okay? And like I said, it's not your fault that it was there, okay? But when we don't heal our wounds and we don't do that shadow work and self-work, we do pass that on to others. So you may have had a hypercritical mother, and then you may find yourself, really nitpicking your child and making them feel less than. So these types of things, honestly, look at yourself. No one's going to come for you. No one's going to call you out. But honestly, take a look and see how you can improve the quality of your life and the life of others. There's so much judgment today, and it's really important that we just take a step back and sometimes just mind our own damn business, All right, so we have the card of independence, okay? This is a great card. This talks about freedom and independence, and she's feeling very happy. She loves her job. Her money is in order. Her garden is blooming. She feels really good, okay? So that's the energy that you're going to be coming in with. You've been in this stuck energy, and I can see it with all these reversals, but that is moving out, okay? We have the Six of Pentacles, but we have it in reverse, okay? So there is someone in your energy, this could be you, take it as it resonates, that's really not keeping up their side of the bargain, okay? This is an energy that isn't reciprocal. It's very one-sided. One person putting in more effort than others. So it's going to be important for you to get that balance, or if that's happening to you, if you're the one being taken advantage of, to be able to draw some boundaries up and speak your truth and just say, hey, you know what? This can't all be on my plate. You need to be able to delegate, those sort of things you might find happening this month, okay? And that will bring this fall, this freedom. You have the Hangman in reverse, okay? So there was a change of perspective needed. Something you may have wanted to move forward may have been on hold. It could be anything from a job to the sale of a home to a date for a first date, any of those things. But the timing wasn't right. The energy wasn't right, okay? And now that's going to start moving for you. That change in perspective has happened, okay, or will happen in this month. And you will be able to move forward more wisely, okay? And that's where I feel that unstoppable force of energy, all in the solar plexus, is happening, okay? You have the Knight of Swords, but in reverse. So this is moving forward fast and furious and quickly. Not so much, okay? You want to go into things deliberately and delicately. I don't mean necessarily walking on eggshells. I just mean look before you leap, okay? And think before you speak. Next, we have the Four of Pentacles, but in reverse. Four of Pentacles is somebody holding on, not being able to open up, and it looks like this looks probably towards the end of the month, probably around the time of the full moon, lunar eclipse, that'll help you push this energy out, okay? And this is coming out of that energy, okay? Feeling more generous, feel more open with your feelings. This is going to be that energy of movement for you. And what that's going to do is going to put you right in your power. King of Wands. He knows what he wants. He's delegating, okay? He's delegating, he is creating, he is leading, and he is moving things along in a very passionate way, okay? So wherever you have felt stuck, be very honest with yourself. Journal it down. Figure out what it is. And you're not, Rome wasn't built in a day, but those little things, like I said, that you show the universe, God, however that resonates for you, whatever your spirituality is for you, to ask for that assistance from the angels, to ask for the assistance from the universe to help you heal this. May 10th to June 2nd, everyone's going to be complaining that their car broke down, that their computer's not working, and you're going to be doing your self-healing so that when you get to summertime, you're going to be light and airy and happy, and you're going to be able to welcome joy into your life. And lastly, we have the King of Swords. This is the underlying energy, okay? He is the decision maker, okay? It's not necessarily it's gender fluid, it's talking about energies, not necessarily. This could be male or female energy. If you're a female watching this, this could be the energy that you're going to embody, okay? And the King of Swords is an expert in his field. He doesn't get involved with feelings. He can be a little standoffish, but that's because he's thinking and he's making decisions and he's making calculated moves, and he's going to be one to pull that trigger, okay? He's going to be that decision maker. He's going to be the confidence builder. Him paired with the King of Wands and the King of Swords, this is passionate action, okay? And that is how you end your month. So get all that shadow work out of the way. Start doing things to build your own confidence. And, you know, be grateful.